Anyways, Masai Ujiri speaking at the moment. He's already had a lot of bars, and I wanted to play this first clip that Masai said earlier during his presser. He was asked about whether the fans were going to come back to Scotiabank Arena and if there's any thoughts on them potentially relocating for the last couple months of the season.
The conversations is we are never going anywhere. We're staying here. We're not playing anywhere else but Toronto. And I say that firmly and sternly that this is where we're going to play. And our fans will be back, and we will be back rocking in our building. I think we were one of the highest approval teams in terms of fans and support and attendance to the games, atmosphere. We love that. This is where we are. We're not experiencing Tampa again. We love Tampa, but we're not doing that again.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting the Raptors to relocate the next few months, but it's always nice when the only president I acknowledge steps to the podium and confirms it. Right?
Yeah. Although I gotta say, fans have been in the building.
You're looking at two of them right here.
The fan is still alive every time Alex rhymes.
Oh man. Damn, I didn't know you knew that song.
Yeah, that's right.
I can't wait for those spicy buffalo chicken fingers tomorrow at the arena.
This guy been fasting all week.
Oh, come on.
I called for delivery about an hour ago.
I really
Why
did,
do we
man.
have a drop for everything, man?
Why am I a human content machine? I'm the new human highlight reel, man. But yeah, so I think depending on the restrictions provincially, all of that stuff.
Yeah, of course.
We're expecting fans to be back later this month and full capacity by March. And assuming, because it's hard to assume anything living in a pandemic, by the playoffs. Now, I'm going to assume the Raptors are going to be in the playoffs. That's one assumption I'm going to make.
Yeah, go ahead.
And we'll have a full crowd at Scotiabank Arena.
Yeah.
And
we know what that feels like.
Raptors, let's get that number 4 seed. I want that 12:30 p.m. game on Saturday. Game
NBA
1.
TV.
NBA TV and the Discovery Channel. Let's do it.
History Network.
Hey, you know, when you think about it, it's really wild to think the last playoff game at Scotiabank Arena was Game 5 of the 2019 NBA Finals. It has been that long. The last time we walked into the arena, the Raptors, for a playoff game, the Raptors had a chance to clinch their first championship.
Yeah.
So I want it more for I don't care about us. Like, I want that for the fans.
Yeah, of course.
The fans have been so supportive. We know we've got one of the best fan bases in the league with a few bad apples. But, you know, every fan base has a few.
Yeah, we got more than a few. Let's be real, man. The timeline
I was trying to make it through without criticizing anybody. It's Feel Good Friday here.
It is.
I just made that up.
It's been 2 straight weeks of positive shows.
We haven't lost. The Raptors haven't lost since the triple overtime war.
That was a war, yeah.
Please continue the win streak tomorrow. So that was interesting. And then Masai was also asked about the contending window for this team, specifically with the roster currently built around Fred and Pascal. And here's what he said.
Well, if I look at the time, Lowry and DeMar DeRozan, you know, like they started at 27 or 20, around that time, right? Yeah, so who am I to say that Pascal or Fred can get better? Yeah, which is really like, I don't know, is that where your question is going, you know? I'm saying, you're saying that where do they reach their peak, you know, like that's what you're talking about. And then the younger players at 21, Barnes and OG. Hey, that's the composition of our team. And that's, for me, you have to mix in these players. I feel strongly that Fred, Pascal, these guys can get better. They're going to get even better than they are now. I said this when we talked about this before. And I think Fred making the All-Star it tells me that he got better. I think Pascal is having an All-Star year. I think OG, if he doesn't miss how many games from injury, just like Pascal, he'll be in all those conversations too. Incredible dynamic player. Scotty Barnes, I think they're all getting better, you know, like, and this is just the composition of our team. Do we have to be at a championship level where all of them are 27 years old, 28 years old, peaking, and now we reach the championship and this is what we're doing? I wish, you know, like I could look at it and tell you, you know, like that's the way it happens all the time. It's not that way.
Masai in the presser was also asked if Scotty Barnes' rookie season so far has vindicated what seemed like a controversial number 4 overall pick at the time. And according to the reporters there, he smiled for 10 seconds and then said, quote, "He's everything that we wanted. Honestly, the spirit of the kid is incredible." I think tacking on to what he said about Fred and Pascal, this reminds me so much of how Masai would talk about the Kyle and DeMar teams.
Yep.
Because he was always in their corner, even during the tough times, even during the playoff exits. He was so patient with that core group, right?
Yep.
Like they would retool, whether it was the roster, whether it was the style of play, all of that. So for me, it's encouraging for me to hear that. Because I think all of us watching the Raptors, especially over the past 2 weeks, feel that way about this core group.
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, this is the difference between a Masai and a Bobby. Many differences, actually. But
We
this is one of the
said
main
this
ones.
yesterday.
Okay. When Bobby goes onto the press conference and he's asked, a standard question, right? Is there any signs from the government that you can have more fans in attendance? Standard question. He'll probably say, we're in dialogue with the governments here, and we're always going to follow the protocols, and we'll work in tandem. We definitely want to get fans in the building. That's how Bobby would answer that. Listen how Masai answered it. We are not going to play anywhere else. Well, this is Toronto. We're never going to leave here. We
This
have
is
great
Toronto.
attendance.
Believe in Thad Young. Believe in Utah Watanabe.
That's what I'm
Believe in
saying.
Malachi
It's the
Flynn.
same answer. Yeah, Bobby probably say like, "Oh, hey, I'm not a big fan of Brooklyn. Actually, when
I want
lived
Bobby
in New
to
York, I
step
lived
to the
in
podium.
Manhattan.
Yeah,
Like,
step to the podium next
I
time,
lived in
Bobby.
Queens.
I want to
Yeah.
hear "Believe in David Johnson." Okay,
yeah.
that's what I want to hear.
Anyway, the other part is just I think with what Masai said about his players, absolutely is true, right? We see players grow and develop all the time. The way players grow and develop is not just a function of age, and you're not just in a roller coaster where you keep ascending from age 19 to like 30, and then afterwards it's all downhill. Although I gotta ask you for your personal experience there, but like,
It's all downhill. Yeah.
It all depends on how much you work and like work to maintain your craft. Like you don't end up losing anything. You look at DeMar, he gets better every year. Kyle consistently got better as well, right? So like I totally believe that about these guys because I believe in the character of these guys. Fred and Pascal, they have set a tone here. They have continued a legacy with the Raptors that has been built here ever since Masai got here in 2013, and they continue to carry that on. It's trickling down to the other players. You see OG, you see Gary, you see Scotty. All these guys are ambitious. They want to do more, and you want to make this money. Like, of course, man. Of course, everyone wants to make big money in the NBA, but how many people are truly willing to work for it? And the Raptors collect guys specifically that will fit their culture.